Boom, boom. This is good, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, I got a bit of Sol Land Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and take a look and see where we're at. All right, as you can see, I'm up to 121 billion, so I've had a pretty big increase over the last 4 or 5 days. Most of that is, of course, related to finally getting Wu and getting her set up. She's not completely done, but she's close to done. She's fully maxed out upgrade-wise, so we can't take her can't take her up. So she's fully maxed. We've got the equipment up to red 1 right now. We're still working through that. I've got most of the I've got all of the yellow already. I've already banked those for her, so I'll be able to progress through those rather quickly. But the first ones, the red 1 and red 2, are not something that I had in stock, so I'm having to farm those right now. It'll take a few more days, and that should be done. We got a nice Soulbone set on her, full SP. Started to put a little bit into the actual promotions. That takes the actual, Divine Blood. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit of it saved up. So I'm going to be focusing on that. I have to do that for both her and Tang San. He's at 2. But as I've said, I'm going to be focusing mostly on bringing Wu up right now. Most of the other fixations are done on her. I had the actual shards, so I was able to get most of the basic stuff done. If you keep this stuff in stock, it's not really that it's not that much of a it's not difficult to actually get that there. Let's go ahead and do that at once. So 230. So we need to go up to 238 on these. So max that out, and then this right here is the last one. Get it up to fully maxed out. So as you can see, it's just a matter of going through, get the enhancements done. The breakthroughs run out of the actual Soulbone Essence here, so I'm refarming the Soulbone Essence so we can start, because I've got quite a bit of ways to go with these, getting them all ranked up. I think I've still got 5, so I've got to go 5 sets into that. And I've only got 1, so I've still got a ways to go in that, and it's going to take, as you can see, just one piece. It's 174, so I don't even have enough to do a full 2 set. So, but this is stuff that's easily farmable. You get this inside of shops. You get it in the forest. It's in a Soulbone shop, so it's not like it's something that's exceedingly difficult to get your hands on. I'll be cashing in some Soulbone stuff here shortly. And then I'll be able to purchase a bunch of it. So just takes a little while, to gather the resources to do the full max out, because I already maxed out the one set that I had for Tang San. So that's where a lot of it's gone. That's where as it's starting to rank up those Soulbones and stuff, you start getting BP for that as well. So if you look at the actual chart, we really don't have much. We do have an event that I really enjoy this event, and it's actually the Palace Treasure Hunt. This is the second time we've had this up. It's a really good event to get your hands on some of those hard to get Martial Souls. So they've got a shop you can purchase 3 of these a day, 750 each. It's a little pricey for what you get out of it. I mean, 750, you're only going to get a shard. But then again, it might help in the future. But this is what you can get. So it's really nice to be able to pick and choose certain shards, so you can work on certain sets inside of the actual Martial Soul, and it's got pretty much all of them: the Tenacious ones, the Music ones, Netherworld. Okay, so all of these are Martial Souls that are inside of the actual Soul Force collection here. So as you can see, they're all in here. These are the ones that I got in the last time they had this event. I did manage to complete a full set with the Sausage, the Fire Phoenix, and the 7th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be purchasing more of these shards to start leveling up this set. Okay. So, but there, there's multiple sets that you can make. I might switch to some of the other ones. I might switch. I'm considering switching this one simply because this has a 25% attack bonus just on receiving them. So I'm seriously leaning towards that. I had some shards for that other set, but it's a block and a defense set. But this one right here gives me a 25% team attack increase. So this would be a huge boost, and it's at 0 stars, so I don't even have to level them up. I just have to basically, forge the soul. Basically, that's all I have to do. Once I do that, it'll be evident. So I might go ahead and do the Sea God, and the Evil-Eyed White Tiger. So that's something I'm looking at. You should be able to get those inside of the actual chest inside of that event. So make sure that you do it. It's a really easy event. There's nothing difficult about it whatsoever. It's just basic daily missions. Okay, these log in, tower. I mean, if you just, I completed all these and I didn't even focus on them. I just did my daily stuff that I do every day, and it completed them all for me. And then the cumulative tasks will occur over the next couple of days. Those will automatically accrue as well. But if you want to focus on them, you can. You'll have the cumulative tasks finished in a few days. It's only a 3-day event, so just keeping that. And you'll have some more of the daily missions just to get these. And as you walk through the treasures, you'll be able to. You get a big treasure. I think I'm 3 away from the big treasure right now. Once you start treasuring, 3 away from treasure. The treasure is a bigger reward. Each one that you do, you'll get like a shard for something. It's really it's just a random. And you can utilize those shards in your purchases to get more shards, but or you can choose whatever you want. But anyway, that's something to focus on. So that's up for 3 days. So make sure that you do focus on it because you can get a lot of BP from the Martial Souls. I mean, it's not like huge, not like you're going to get from a Soul Bone upgrade or anything like that, but still, everybody BP counts. Okay, at the time of the gifts, we do have another Martial Soul event up, and this is actually for the actual a chance to get some of the actual summon tickets for that. So keep in that, and always helpful soul power. We've also got an extended bone. This is pretty good. This is only 100, but you can get 20 of the actual Sea God set. So we're still not getting charged for the Triple S extended bone set. I saw the shards once. I grabbed them and I managed to complete one set, but I haven't seen them again. Hopefully they'll pop up in some of the Soul Forge. That's normally where we get them at, is from a Forge event. But they can only do. You should be having a Forge event anytime now. And it's a reward for doing some elite modes that you get some of the soul crystals. But the nice thing about this is you get another 20 of those. Okay, active wheel, of course, as always, going to make sure that you do complete this. Okay, and then the weekly gift bags and daily. They did have this is a paid a chance to get your hands on one of the costumes for Divine King Tangsan. Okay, so but it's $100 and so not really sure I'd want to go that far with it, but that is up if you want. But other than that, it's pretty much stable. Wrong. This is going to be going away today, so it no longer have it up on the screen come tomorrow. We should have some events up to replace it. But nothing major, probably just going to be minor events because, like I said, we've got the event going on inside of the special fund here. We got that, got the valuables for where all this is normal. This is nothing changed. Just make sure you claim these. Wrong ends today as well, so make sure you do it. Just managed to get up to 7, so I did manage to get to 2,000 shards right here. So that's my goal. Try to get to 7. If I can get to 7 and get to 2,000 diamonds, I'm happy. And that's all I look for from that particular event. So hopefully we'll have some good stuff up. Carry us into the towards the end here of September. Probably won't see any and of course in 2 weeks we'll have a new character. I'm going to continue probably unless it is actually BB Dong, and then I will of course stop pulling on Wu and go for BB Dong. But for right now, I'm going to continue pulling on Wu. Okay. It is something to take a look at. Like I say, in the last Soulforge event, they did have shards, SP shards for other characters in there. So if you're looking to get all the characters, that might be something to consider. You know, I mean, if you can get them without having to do the draws, that's good. So we'll have to see. That's why I'm anxiously awaiting the next Soulforge event so that I can maybe do some planning as to how we want to go in the future. But I'm really happy right now to have Wu in the fold, and she's looking pretty good. Should have her finished in a couple of days, and then I'll be able to. I'm not having any trouble with this particular four. Have not had any issues with deaths or anything like that. Nobody's come close to dying or anything. So it looks like as long as you got a good soul bone, heavy soul bones, you can run four attackers. Okay, once you get them maxed out, you know, it takes a little while if you're building all four, but I'm only having to build. I'm basically just building her right now. Okay, because I'm not going to focus on him because he's going to be gone the next whenever BB Dong comes out. He'll be replaced. So there's no use focusing on him. So I'm focusing on Wu right now, just getting her set put up. And like I say, I'm almost there. I'm in the reds. It'll go faster once I get through the first couple of reds, which should take a few days. You know, it's still anytime you're farming the attack items, it takes a little while. Just you can only get one or two each every 10 sweep, and I don't want to waste a lot of my actual sausages at this point, because I want to save that up for when I get my next character, because my next character that I get, the next SP, which is probably going to be BB Dong, it's going to be really base from it's going to be a base build basically. I'll probably have enough to max her out. If you look inside of my bag, I still have quite a bit of shards left over. Okay, and I've got I tried to clear out some of these, so I put them on the characters inside of there. So I've got probably a good 7,000 or 8,000 inside of there. Combined with these, should be enough to get really close to maxing the character out in terms of suns, the 5 sun to max out. But actually farming the actual items, I just cleared out a lot of this stuff doing Hughes, so I'm trying to save these sausages for when BB Dong comes up, so that I'll be using a lot of them on BB Dong. Fortunately, you can build them up rather quickly. So you know, I use about anywhere between 5 to 10 a day. You know, I don't not use them at all. I buy 5 with diamonds, because if you buy 5 with diamonds, you're then able to, you know, you get the reward inside of the event, and then you get 3. You know, you get some more of the sausages by doing it, purchasing them with the actual diamonds, and then that continues to build it up that way. So, and I do always do that each day. So I purchase the 5 with the diamonds to get the reward, and then I use like 5 to 10 sausages. Okay, it just depends on, you know, what I'm looking to farm. You always want to do at least 1,200 stamina, because that is what gets you actually to prompt up your mutated beast. So you want a minimum of 1,200, because that's how much 1,200 stamina. That's how much you have to use to actually summon the mutated beast, and you get pretty good rewards from that. So I'll always summon that. But in this case, I've been doing a little bit more than that. I've probably been closer to 1,500 to 1,600 each day. Just you know, running through, getting woos completed, so that you know, I'd like to have her fully out of the way whenever BB Dong comes, so I'll be able to focus on BB Dong, because BB Dong is really going to be, a lot of the things are going to be a base build for her. I mean, I'm going to be starting from rather low. Okay, I'd been building up in the SS's. You know, Hugh was the last one, or the second to last one. And then we went, we went Hugh, then we had Oscar, which was the last Triple S, and then we went straight to Tang San, and I took Tang San. Okay, then we only had another two before we came out with Wu, so they've been running up really close together. So I haven't had time to store as many of the actual items and materials that I normally like to. So I've got a feeling that BB Dong's probably going to be either the next or the one after that. I think the next one is going to be Ren, because I've seen pictures of her, an SP Ren, and I got a feeling BB Dong is probably going to come after that. Okay. As for the SSP characters, which are coming out now on the China server, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do with those. Okay. We'll have to see. I assume they'll probably roll out the same as they're doing the SPs. Probably do that with just, with summons. So if it is, then we'll of course be able to look at those. But I definitely want to give BB Dog. And maybe just keep Hugh in the running until we see the triple SPs, and maybe Hugh will be replaced by the first SSP that comes out. It's something we'll have to see. I can't really comment on them yet because I haven't seen any of them. And haven't heard much reports about them. But that's everything that's up. So folks, don't let this event pass you by. It's a good Martial Soul event. It's a good way to get some BP at virtually no cost, and it's a good way to select some of the more eclectic, we'll say, Martial Souls, ones that you don't see very often. And if you do actually draw one, it's only like one shard here, one shard there. That's a chance to get get 30, 40, 50 of them, 60 of them in one shot. So, and since you can get pretty good rewards if you make sets, it's best to just go into the collection, look and see what the sets are, choose a set that would benefit. If you're having trouble, maybe if you're taking a lot of damage, you might want to look at maybe a defense set. If you're looking to do a little bit increase on your damage, look for an attack set. And create the set, because these are selectable chests. You get to purchase what you want. Okay. You'll purchase the chest. When you open up the chest, you'll have all those to select from, and you can select how many you want to go. I mean, you don't have to use it all towards one shard. You can use some towards this shard, some towards another shard. Just of course try to make sure you do summon enough shards so that you can actually, pick enough shards so you can summon it. I'll go ahead and do it. That's one of the reasons I'm holding on to this chest right now, is possibly see something in here for one of the others. I used 4 of them to actually max that to get another star on my Blue Empress shard, but the rest of them I just decided to hold off until this event comes. Maybe possibly build something. I don't know. Anytime you got an event coming along, that's what you want to look at. I'm starting to store up some awakening items right now because I'm going to be performing awakening on. I'm going to max out. Who's already maxed out? Awakened wise, she's fully awakened. All of her weapons are. Okay, she's fully maxed out. But I'm decided I'm going to go ahead and focus on her rings. And put some time and functioning into awakening. Get these rings awakened. As you can see, they're pretty far along. 4 inside of the actual ring and 3 inside of the actual necklace. So I'm going to fully max that out. So it takes a little while to build up the S, because you have to build up the S awakening material, and then you go into the store and you do the synthesize. Right here. Okay, so you want to synthesize. Doing the synthesis, so as you can see, it takes S type, and you need 5 of them to make one of the SPs, whichever one you're doing. So these 2 are the basic focus ones because they're for the ring and the necklace. But you want to keep an eye on that, and you can usually get these inside of events. They'll usually throw 1 here, 1 there. Okay, so keep an eye, look out for them. If they do show up, it's a good time to purchase them, and you can utilize them for the rings. But yeah, it's really, you don't really get much inside of the awakening chest. I have not found them to be a common drop item, very rare. So I just usually get them from events. I always check each event that's coming up Look in this, look in the actual, and usually towards the bottom, they'll have uh, some type of event where you can swap something for one of them, or maybe just spend some diamonds to get one of them, without having to spend any money. So that's what I look for. I didn't see any this time, but also they're also prevalent. Generally, you used to most of the Soul Forge events, you'll usually see some in there as well, which is another reason to keep an eye on out for a Soul Forge, and really, really, really focus on that when it comes up. Go through everything. Okay, I go through it and write down what I'm looking for, so that and how much it is, so that I know how many of the actual Soul Forge. And then after that, you're generally gonna, if you do everything that you need to do, you should get between 30 and 40 pulls each day, draws, which is usually going to net you anywhere between 6 to 12 of the Soul Force, the Iron Core, which is the reward that you're looking to get. That's what you purchase everything in the shop with. So once you get a bunch of Iron Core, then of course always wait until the last day to make the purchase, because you want to completely do all of your pulls. Don't be using Iron Core early, because you might have a day where on that last day where you might hit a jackpot and get like 12 or 14 in one day. I've had that happen before. I always wait until the last day, at the very end of the last day, before I actually make the purchases. And then just pick what you need. And like I say, each of the events are different. Each forge event has a different prize, maximum prize. Like that one had a bunch of divine blood. The other one had a bunch of the triple S herbs. And then this last one here had some shards for SP characters. So it's definitely something that you want to wait and hold off on, as it can be exceedingly valuable. If you get if they have what you need at the right time, it can be very productive. So we'll have to see what goes on that. But that should be coming up anytime now, I would expect. I'm surprised they haven't had one, actually. I would have expected one by now, because it's been close to a month, I think, since we've had one. They usually try to have one monthly, so it should be coming up anytime now. And we'll wait and see what's in on that. Other than that, nothing to go. So just keep metal to the pedal, keep on grinding us out, and it looks like 4 attackers is possible with the good Soulbone sets. Haven't had any deaths or anything to report of, so that's the way we're going to continue. So it looks like Inming is out as Team 1. He's going to be, of course, the tank in Team 2, and we'll keep Evil Eye in for right now. And I have seen quite a bit of a jump in the damage. I haven't been able to finish out that the armor sets yet, so want to wait until I get that out before I make a final decision. We've still got all the red and all of the yellow to go. So those are the last enhancements for the armor, which will help a lot. So we'll have to wait and see how those are before we make a decision. I'm also still working on the finishing up the Soulbone. So it's almost a work. It's a work in progress. Like I say, she's already. As you can see, she's already just one build away from. She's going to overtake you. There's no doubt about that. Once I finish her Soulbone set breakthroughs, she'll be in the mid-20s easily. So she, and after I completely maxed them out, and both comparative, she might not overtake Tang San. And that's just because Tang San has a little bit better equipment. I can always move the equipment from him onto her and make her the most powerful, and I might seriously do that. But since they're both in the team at this particular time, I'm not sure if it'll be enough to actually make a difference. But we'll have to wait and see. Like I say, she's still got another few days before the armor, and then depending on how long we have to wait for BB Dong. But I think Ren's going to be next, so that's what we're looking for. So when that time comes, we'll of course do a video on that, and we'll be doing video here in another few days after these events are over and the new stuff comes up, and we'll go from there. All right, so again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. It's Kenrir coming at you from the corner, signing out.